Have you ever considered that sadness, an emotion we often try to avoid, could have a silver lining? Our journey today takes us on an exploration of sorrow's unexpected beauty. We live in a society that often places a negative stigma on sadness, a natural human emotion that everyone experiences. We're conditioned to suppress it, to put on a brave face, and to seek happiness at all costs. But what if we told you that there's more to sadness than meets the eye? That it can be a gateway to profound self-discovery, emotional expression, and even a catalyst for creating deeper connections with our fellow human beings. This isn't about romanticizing sadness, but rather about acknowledging its multifaceted nature and the potential it holds. So let's embark on this journey together and reframe our perspective on sadness. As we dive deeper, we'll explore how this seemingly negative emotion can present unexpected opportunities for beauty and growth. There's a certain beauty found in vulnerability, a state often ushered in by sadness. Sadness, an emotion we frequently push aside, can actually peel back layers of ourselves, revealing a deep, raw emotional core. This vulnerability, while often uncomfortable, allows us to truly connect with our feelings. It's akin to standing in the rain, letting it wash over us, embracing the chill, the dampness, the refreshing sensation. Consider a time when you were sad, truly sad. You might have felt exposed, raw, fragile even. Yet in that moment, weren't you also deeply in touch with your emotions? Wasn't there a strange sort of clarity that came with it? Such moments, while painful, often bring about a profound understanding of oneself. They force us to confront parts of ourselves we might otherwise ignore. It's a journey into the depths of our emotional landscape, a journey that can lead to breathtaking vistas of self-discovery. So perhaps it's not about avoiding sadness, but embracing the vulnerability it brings. Ever noticed how some of the most profound pieces of art, music, or poetry are born from a place of sadness? It's no mere coincidence. Sadness, like a silent muse, often stirs the depths of creativity within us. When we're sad, we tap into a well of emotions that's raw, real, and deeply personal. It's from this well that creativity often springs forth. Take, for instance, Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, painted during one of his darkest periods of loneliness and despair. Or consider Adele's soulful melodies that echo heartbreak and longing. Even the poignant verses of Emily Dickinson's poetry, which are steeped in melancholy. These masterpieces were all born from a place of sorrow. So you see, sadness isn't just a feeling of despair. It's a catalyst, a trigger that can spur us to create, to express, and to transform our pain into something beautiful and timeless. Sadness, in its own unique way, can fuel the fires of creativity. Sadness often prompts self-reflection, which can lead to surprising personal growth. This isn't a notion we encounter every day, is it? Yet it's a fact that's as real as the air we breathe. When we're sad, we tend to turn inward, to explore the depths of our feelings and thoughts. It's like journeying into an uncharted territory of the self. Imagine you're in a labyrinth. It's dark, it's gloomy, and it's easy to feel lost. But as you navigate through it, you begin to understand its layout, its twists and turns. You start to see patterns, to recognize landmarks, and when you finally emerge, you're not the same person who entered. You've grown, you've learned, you've evolved. This is what sadness does. It may seem daunting at first, but it's a journey that can lead to profound self-awareness and personal growth. It's through our lowest points that we often find our greatest strengths. Shared sorrow can create a powerful bond, fostering empathy and compassion among us. It's a curious phenomenon, isn't it? When we open up about our sadness, we invite others into our emotional space. This vulnerability can weave a thread of understanding and compassion, connecting hearts in a way that happiness often can't. Let's take a moment to reflect on the times we found comfort in shared sadness. Maybe it was after a heart-wrenching movie, when the tears of the person next to you echoed your own. Or perhaps it was during a candle-lit vigil, where the collective grief seemed to lighten each individual's burden. These shared experiences of sorrow, far from pushing us apart, actually draw us closer together. They create an empathetic bond, a community built on the common human experience of sadness. This community in turn provides a safe haven for expressing our emotions and finding comfort in the shared experience of being human. Perhaps in sharing our sadness, we find a deeper connection with those around us.